Hello, this is Jeremy with US Fleet Tracking. Today we'll be going over the installation of an At-V4, the wiring, and some of the tools you may need for this process. Let's get started. On the At-V4, it comes with these metal brackets. These are mounted on the back side of the unit in these two recessed areas. It has two holes on one side and two slot holes on the other. The two holes will mount in there just like that. It comes with two screws provided per each side. That gives you two mounting tabs for whenever you want to mount the unit. Now you do not have to use these. You can either use double-sided stick tape, Velcro, or zip ties, depending on the location that you're mounting the device. Now the tools you're going to need are a computer-safe test light. You want to make sure it's computer-safe test light that has a voltage meter on it. That way it doesn't interfere with anything or pop in a code or an airbag in the vehicle. You want to be safe as you can. A voltmeter or multimeter, some bits, star bits, hex bits, depending on your car. You never know what you might use. 7, 8, 10 millimeters. Those are the three sockets that you'll use. You might also use Ford radio tools, depending on the car and where you're placing it at. A hook tool, a screwdriver, a plastic pry tool. Make sure it's plastic so it doesn't mar up. Electrical tape, knife, crimpers, strippers, and a drill. Those should be all the tools you need. On the wiring side, let's go over these and we'll define each one. The black will be chassis ground. The red will be 12-volt constant power. And the white will be an ignition source or accessory. The green will be an input wire. Yellow is an output wire. Blue is an output wire too. You only have 6 wires on the harness, but the 3 main wires will be red, white, and black. That is all you need for tracking side. The other 3 are options. However you decide to use them is up to you. In today's installation, we're going to be working on 2 vehicles. We have a 2014 Ford Edge right here, which is your typical installation on most of these vehicles. It'll be doing application in the driver's side kick panel, which is easily accessible. The body control module down there will have all your power points, and you can hide the device low or high in the dash. Over here, we have a 2015 Dodge Ram Crew Cab 1500. Now this truck has a center console, which some trucks do not. But Dodge will definitely run a low current column on the key start, so it's hard to get an ignition source on them. But most of the vehicles will have 2 cigarette lighters, a constant and ignition. Both of them will be in the truck, but depends on if you have a console or a dash side. We will go through both installations and show you the processes and exactly how we do it. Let's get started. On most vehicles, depending on manufacturer, you will be looking for wires in different locations. So most of your power or ignition sources might be in the steering column, or they might be at the body control module behind the dash. On most vehicles, the bottom sections of the dash and steering column components will come apart to access those easily or find the wires that you need. So once you remove these panels, depending on what you're looking for and where, you can find those sources and check everything in. Now, if you're hooking up features, those might be a different story. You can find them at the body control modules, which are usually located underneath the dash somewhere, depending on manufacturer, behind the driver's side. In this instance, on the Ford Edge, it is over here on the left side behind this kick panel. On Chevys, they like to run them behind the steering column. But if your car has power unlock or lock, you can hook up those features and make it work with our system. In some applications, you might need a bypass from a car alarm store to make it read through the computer system on the vehicle. We have tied in our constant 12-volt power and our ignition power up here in the steering column behind the key. And we have utilized our unlock feature down here in the kick panel. So we are going to go ahead and mount this unit right now behind the plastic, now that we've secured all of our wiring, and now we can run and complete this install. In this application, on this Dodge Ram, we have a center console. In some other Dodge Ram trucks, the center console is deleted, but your power points will be down here on the bottom of the dash where this console meets. There's usually a constant and an ignition cigarette lighter. Those are good power sources to tie the GPS unit in. In this, we're going to be removing the center console portion. We have a ignition cigarette lighter down here in the pocket and a constant cigarette lighter up here in the top section. Once we remove the center console, we can find the wiring, make up all of our power points, and we can secure the installation. Now that we're going to be finishing up, we're going to be locating the device down in the console. The beauty about the device is it will transmit through any kind of plastic or fiberglass. It just will not transmit through any metal. So depending on where your location is, just make sure you check the surface area. In a lot of applications, it is recommended to put it high in the dash, preferably behind the instrument cluster or behind the radio. Just make sure that you are at least 6 inches or more away from the radio so it doesn't pick up any kind of interference. Now that we get the unit down here where we'd like it, we'll start putting the vehicle back together again. It is also recommended that if you do not know about your vehicle or know where the power points are, it is recommended to get a certified installer or mechanic to do the installation for you. They will know where to hook the wires without doing any kind of damage to the vehicle. Now that we have the installation completed, we can start tracking your device. If you have any questions about the tracking services or installation or activation, you can call our technical support hotline Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Have a good day.